Here I have a beautifully cooked centre cut piece of beef fillet. All I've done is seared it in the pan, baked to medium rare and chilled. I've also made a classic mushroom duxelle. All I've done is simply combine some mushrooms, red onion, garlic, thyme, and also a little bit of brandy, just in the pan that I sealed the beef in. That way the beef juices get into the mushroom duxelle and make it delicious and meaty. Now, to get started, I've laid out 2 sheets of cling, making sure that they overlap so they seal. On top of this, I have 10 very thinly sliced pieces of prosciutto. What I'm going to do now is just spread about 1/3 of the duxelle down the centre of the prosciutto, just like so. And then I'm going to place my nicely cooked piece of beef on top, just like this. And then using a spatula, spread the rest of the duxelle over the beef. You want to really slather it. Getting a little bit on either end as well. Next step, we're going to very carefully roll the prosciutto very tightly around the beef. Just pull back that little bit of plastic, and then the opposite side. Join your pieces of cling together and just pull them up, just like so that they wrap around the prosciutto. You don't want the cling to be going in between the prosciutto, otherwise it will get stuck. This bit is a little bit fiddly, but persevere, you will get there. Okay. Right, so we'll just spin him around, wrap it up nice and tight, trying to get rid of any air pockets, just like this. Squish it down at the ends, give him a big roll, and then if you can, roll him around, just like so. And that way, he'll rest nicely with no air pockets in the fridge. On my bench top, I've rolled out a quantity of homemade rough puff pastry. If you want to try this at home, you can find the recipe on the Clever Cook website. Otherwise, you can purchase store-bought. Now, I just need to finish rolling this out. You want it to be big enough to completely encase your piece of beef. All right, that should do. So my beef is nice and chilled. It's been in the fridge now for a little bit over an hour. I'm just going to unwrap it, release the cling, and then bring this down just so it tucks underneath the beef, and then roll it forward. There we go. Now, we'll take the front of the pastry and very carefully fold it over the beef, just wrapping it up like a little parcel. Take the back, it's perfectly sealed. What we might do, just to make sure it doesn't come undone at all, is just brush under here with a little bit of egg wash to seal. You want that pastry to be rounding quite firmly. Just press these in, making sure you get rid of any air. And just brush these pieces as well, just to seal all of the edges. And then fold it up to completely encase. Beautiful. There we go. Now we'll take our bake-lined tray and very carefully flip over the piece of beef. One last thing before we put him in the oven, you want to score the top. Now you want to make sure that you don't put the knife all the way through. So very, very lightly, just through the first millimetre or 2 of pastry, score the top, we'll spin it around and go the other way. Just very, very delicately. And then to make sure it becomes nice and golden brown, we'll brush with egg wash. Making sure you don't really miss any of the pastry. That's great. Now, my Wellington is ready to go in the oven. My beef Wellington is perfectly golden. So now it's time to plate up. Classic beef Wellington, perfect with a glass of your favourite Shiraz.